Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com today at Northern Liberty Tattoo here in Philadelphia because Andrew over here flew in for the week to help us on the website, and he so happens to be getting a massive tattoo of me on his back. And don't believe that because it's not true. So this is kind of like a first-person shooter project, sort of like a 5-minute portrait, but we're going to do something different. We're going to do more of a photo slideshow coming up because there's not a lot of action going on because Andrew has to sit still, and he's doing a great job of that. I won't try to make him laugh because that wouldn't be good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch through a lot of different lenses. I brought the whole bag today to hit prime lenses, zoom lenses, wide angles, fisheyes, whatever I have in there. We're going to use it, and we're going to put it to the sound of the shop because we're recording this, all the audio from a audio recorder. And yeah, so if you want to see full photo shoots sometime, check out my beginner guide. That thing kicks some butt. There's 4 full photo shoots of me out and about that you can learn from, as well as 3 full hours of video for just everything that you could think of to help you become a better photographer. So let's go and shoot. Let's have some fun and get some cool pictures of Andrew getting this massive tattoo on his back. So here we go. Let's go through the 32 images that I selected as final images that I did complete edits on, and go through these and just talk about each image. You can hear the sound of the shop going on in the background because I think it's important that you hear the bzzz of the tattoo gun going the whole time. Whether it's annoying or not, it doesn't matter, because if you have to sit there, we want to get the feel of the environment. And part of being in a multimedia world where we can do video, we can do photos, we can capture audio, we can interact with apps, you want to get the full experience of what actually happened there, and in this case, the sounds of what were going on during the tattoo is really important. So here we go. We got Andrew sitting here getting his tattoo done. I did direct slightly on occasion where I was like, hey, hold that or hold that. I mean, he was still for most of the time. And what a challenge it is to shoot in an area like this. As you can see, there's this ledge here, there's a table right here, and then Troy is back here doing the tattoo, so I can't be back here. But we opened up the window a little bit so I could shoot from out there, which was outside, which was also difficult. You can see a gentleman peeking in the window as he was walking by. Excuse me for yawning. So here's a shot. My goal was to cover multiple angles. Wide angle, fisheye, macro, and just see what I came up with. So I like shots like this because you can see the different colors of inks up here. You can see the people in the background. You know this is the tattoo artist, and you know Andrew is feeling the pain by sitting right there. Moving forward, a tighter shot. What is this with? 70 to 200? No, this is with the 105 macro. So my goal was to try to get the gun doing something. Are we still loading here? No. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at the needles. Look at this thing. Look how much detail there is on this. We'll just move through this. What is this, 4000 ISO? But look at the focus right here. It goes right across the needles. That's what I was going for, and that's why I switched to the 105 macro. Then we've got Andrew feeling the burn. I caught him. He didn't do this too long, but I caught him in that position. 5000 ISO. I'm just going to jump over here to the develop module real quick to show you the original. And when I say real quick in Lightroom 4, I mean real quick. Not really. So while that's waiting and loading, you can see what's going on in the background. You can see there looks to be some noise and grain. And again, I don't care about the noise and grain as much as I care about the subject that I was here to capture. Sure, the background's going to look pretty bad if I zoom in on it. Hello, photo. Look, if I zoom in on it, you know, it doesn't even look that bad. It's out of focus area. That's fine. They're dots. This is grain. Get used to it. Not a big deal. It doesn't take away from your image. The focus is right here on Andrew. This is what the shot looked like at the beginning. Blah, plain, in color. Wouldn't look good if we processed it in color, so I made it black and white, and that's what I came up with. So I think that works. I like the composition and everything. Same thing here, and I did notice I cut off his hand. It's in an interesting place. Does that affect the image? I know I rail on cutting off body parts all the time. I don't know. It's a tough call. It definitely is a tough call. But here's my, I guess, explanation for it, is that the focus is on Andrew, and And this is so out of focus that if the hand was really in focus, it wouldn't have mattered either way. Now, that could be me just trying to justify cutting off his hands. I don't know if it's right, and I don't know if it's wrong. It's subjective. It's for each person to figure out. One thing I didn't do was cut off the top of his hat, kept all of this in there in a rule of thirds composition. So this is a kind of critique that I would give anybody else. We're going through and we're going to be harsh on my own work, because that's what you have to do in order to get better. So like I said, I don't know if this is something that's good or bad, or whether it is justified because it's out of focus. 14 millimeter here, 14 millimeter. We got Adam Rosenberg, Scratch and Paint. Yep, scratchandpaint.com. We got Andrew here, the CSS boss. I love the wide angle showing everything that's going on in this corner of the tattoo shop. What makes it nice in color and not black and white is the brick and the lights. It just looks good. He's laughing at Andrew. Andrew's laughing back. So that tells another story. Over the shoulder of the tattoo artist, I wasn't able to get behind him, but I shot from outside. I opened up the screen, I opened up the window, and I shot there. So you can see what was going on. And you can see how the body reacts to the tattoo by puffing up a little bit. The pores start to expand. Stuff I knew nothing about, so I asked a bunch of questions. So this is a very telling image. So outside, this is where an HDR image would have come in handy if I had a tripod and I knew anything about HDR, or knew somebody to send HDR images to, that this would have been a stronger image. Not a stronger image per se, but a different type of image if I could have balanced the light. Obviously, indoors and outdoors is what I was trying to do. I did the best I could do in Lightroom with some fill light and all of that, but if I was to take like 9 different exposures, one in for the indoors, maybe 3 on the indoors and a bunch on the outside, it could look interesting. I'd like to try that at some point. But this is cool too, using the windows outside. I wasn't telling him to look at me, he was just looking at me. You can still see what's going on. So this is what the bystander sees when they walk by outdoors. It's a little dark, but again, I'm shooting through a screen and a window, so I wanted to keep it as realistic as possible. What was I using? 14 to 24 again, then did one in color, then focused here on Troy doing this. I did a lot of work with the 14 because there wasn't a lot of room to work. Then 70 to 200 working tighter, getting that nice shot, exposing for Troy's face, even though a lot of it's in shadow because this light is shooting straight down. Out of focus right here, this is the stencil for what, or the original drawing for what ended up being on Andrew's back. I thought that was a cool thing to have this here with it out of focus, everybody out of focus in the background. Just a general shot, kept this one in color, just felt like it worked better. Excuse me. And just showed Andrew dealing with it. Same thing as the piece goes on and on and on. You can see the focus was, I did this with an 85-1.4. So I switched, you can see how sharp, excuse me, look how sharp the 85-1.4 is. There is just something about primes that is just so amazing that they just look great. 105 macro, again, nothing is cropped. What I love about this shot and why I kept it color is because of whatever this is. If this is brass, I don't know what it's made out of, but it's awesome. And in the background, Troy wearing this blue shirt really separates everything from the subject here, which is the gun. I shoot raw, Andrew getting that tattooed on himself. This is a tweener shot. I could live without it, but I just thought it was a good shot to show just the relaxing moment that Troy is waiting to do something. And then the laughing of Andrew, because I think the I shoot raw was going on after that. I like shots like this, 24 to 70, so I've already run through 4 lenses, I believe. Now we're moving through to where they're wrapping it up, and we can look at Andrew's body. Boy, look at my body. I work out. So yeah, kept him in color, did this in black and white. I told him to pose in that. He wasn't standing there doing that himself for everybody, so I just wanted to let you know. But what I like about the mirror shots, you can see his back here. He's contemplating what's going on. I did tell him to contemplate. I said that. So when you're directing a little bit, it's okay to take some license. You don't always tell people that you're doing it, but because you guys are learning from this, I'm just telling you that I asked him to stay there and hold that spot. Now he's texting and just showing what's going on here. And they went back for more, I think. Oh, yeah, they let it rest. Oh, yeah, what happened is they were just putting it up so he could have some pizza. Because I went and got him some pizza, so because he hasn't eaten, he was sitting there for 3 hours. Then they're back to work, feeling the burn, feeling the pain, boom. I love this. thick black and white, 70 to 200 2.8, really sharp right on his eyeball. As soon as it loads, we're going to see that. There it is. Boom. The sharpness of that in the shadow. Boom. 5000 ISO. Awesome. Love that shot. Love this shot too. Moved in tighter. As you can see from not cropping, change my angle up. Use Andrew out of focus to draw you into the subject in focus. Boom. Now we've got them checking everything out. So I chose to keep the lighting, when I process this, the focus here on Adam and Troy while Andrew just sits there. Now checking out the final deal. You've got Scott over here in the mirror. You've got Adam over here in the mirror. You've got Troy. You've got all of the things that are going on here while Andrew is checking out his tattoo on his back. Looks good. By the way, you can find all of these high reses. Click the link below on YouTube or on my website. You can access all the full res images on Flickr because I put them all up there for you guys to peruse and do whatever you want with. Just don't sell them, just don't print them, and don't use them as your own. When I say do whatever you want with, I mean not doing that. I like shots like this. It's just showing you the almost the final product. He couldn't finish it because his back, he could have finished it physically. It's just that his back had taken enough beating that it wouldn't work. You can see how puffy it was getting, so he's got to come back and finish it at some point. But now he's got two tattoos that aren't finished, one here and one here. This is cool. I love the black and whites to tell the story, and this is the final image that wraps it all together. So we got everything from the wide-angle shots. The one thing I didn't do, I don't think I did a fisheye that ended up working, but I ran through 4 or 5 different lenses and just got different looks. From fixed lenses to macro lenses, prime lenses to macro lenses to zoom lenses. I ran through them all. So I think this was a pretty cool photo shoot. It was fun. It was a challenge because of the situation I was in. I hope you enjoy the explanations, and that is what you have for now. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya. Did you guys know that I released a full-on video guide to help you become better photographers? Well, I did. We call it FroKnowsPhoto Go Above and Beyond Auto. For all of the information on this 3-hour video guide and how you can purchase it at a discounted price of $67 and get some bonus material for free, check out FroKnowsPhoto.com/guide. You can check it out. It's an awesome guide. I love it. There's some testimonials at the bottom that you can see how it's helped out other people. But if you'd like some free stuff, be sure to sign up for the free email list. You're going to get a guide to capturing motion in low light situations. It's going to be emailed to you for free, as well as a 60-minute long video on studio flash photography that Adam Lerner and I created. You're going to get that in your email box for free as well. So thank you guys for watching.